what is called quote unquote Christians. No, he was talking about the people in the government and more than the creator of man. You worship man's laws and our spirit. All right, continue.
For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
All right, you see that? It said during the Roman times. All right, this is during Paul's time. He said even the natural use of who? A woman. All right, the natural use of a woman. Right? Continue.
And likewise also the men.
And also not just the women, but the men. All right, so that's referencing who? LG.
BTQ, yeah.
That's it's referencing. It's referencing that. Not just the men, it's the women. All right? Continue.
And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of a woman, burned in their lust.
All right? That vile affection. One towards another. That's the burning and lust. God. And that's against the nature of the Most High, against the laws of the Most High. That's what the Most High says, my eyes are on that sinful kingdom. If you don't understand that this country is going to fall, this is one of the reasons, the main reason, put it that way. Okay? And it's being evident. It's come to the point where even our entertainers are indulging more than that we knew, more than what we expected. And y'all watched the Cat Williams interview, right? He told you had to turn him $50 million down 4 times. Just to protect himself. $50 million down 4 times. So he wondering how you got that 50 million. You must have. But this is the way of this world here. So the Most High, he got to destroy this world. Got to destroy it, because if not, our minds is going to be to the point that we're never going to be restored. But you want to vote for this? You want to vote? Continue voting for this? No. All right, continue on.
Men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat.
All right, so now I ain't even got to break it down. It's right there. You can see it. You can read it yourself. You can read it yourself. All right, now let's go to Matthew 16. Matthew 16, really quick.
God bless Matthew.
Verse 24. Now, as you've seen, even what we just talked about, and you see what Puff Daddy just went through the past 2 weeks. Man, this man actually in jail. They said he's in
Metropolitan.
Yeah, right there, Metro. I know where that is.
Same man, I drop it all the time.
I know where that is. I know where it's located. They said he's in suicide watch. And that's the worst thing you want to be, suicide watch. For one, you in there damn near naked, for one. You got maybe one sheet. All right? You barely got any, you got no shoes on. It's probably cold in there. Now, I don't know him personally, but they said he was on drugs. Now, I did see a video where he was actually walking on with IV. Now, I'm telling you, need that is to the point where if you're walking around with IV, or they can have IV close to you, believe me, you you doing everything, or you highly addicted to something. All right, and it's they got Molly's out there. It was some other ones that's out there. Matter of fact, I had a contact that gave me the name that what he was on. Hold on, and a lot of them were on that. Let me see. Let me see. Give me a second. Give me a second. So he's on withdrawal from To be that's the wrong one. I know they sent me the name. Yeah, I forgot the name of the drug that he's on. Yeah, I forgot the name. That exact drug that he's on. But it's a mixture. They give me a report. It's a mixture of cocaine, methamphetamine, caffeine, opioids, and other new psychotic substances. Man, let me see if I can get the name right quick. But he walked on with IV. So imagine if he didn't get himself withdrawn from it, he's dealing with that now. So you can imagine what he's going through. And when you're in suicide watch, you're being watched 24 hours a day. You have no privacy. You have no privacy. All right, so let's go to Matthew 16 and 24.
The book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 24.
Come on.
Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself.
All right, now, when you're in this world today, out of all the things that's going on, and you found the Most High, you are going to have to deny yourself. Don't be listening to that rap music to the point you're going to emulate everything they do. Their lifestyles. Don't envy none of their lifestyles. Even though it might be so enticing. They show you money, they show you women, they show you car, all these material things they show you. And it's enticing to you. And if you're not, okay, I'm waiting for that text. And if you're not strong, you'll be doing the same thing. So you got to deny yourself. And one of the ways to deny yourself is follow these commandments. Get in tune with the Most High. Be conscious of the Most High. We know it's enticing. Okay? And your oppressor does that intentionally through the music and art. Okay? They said that the Most High, Yahushua said what? Deny himself and do what?
And said, and take up his cross and follow me.
So you got to take your cross because we was brought to this country to serve our what? Our punishment. There's nothing we can do about that. So you gotta have to take that, whatever that cross you got to bear that cross in the meantime, but you got to deny all the other stuff that's happening in the world. Then he said, follow me. And how you follow the Most High? Through his commandments. Make sense? All right, continue on.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it.
So if you're trying to save your life in this world, if you're trying to save it, you're gonna lose it. You get rich or die trying. It's only one way. You're gonna lose it. So don't try to save your life here. Just let it come to you. Because you're going to want to do stuff you should not be doing. And we all came out of the world. We all came out of the world. That's what really being saved. When you come out of this world, you've been saved from that. All right? Okay, continue.
And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
All right, now, that's getting specific. Now you're talking about when you in that word now. Because now you got to speak up. You got to speak against that. You got to speak against that sinful kingdom. And if you speak against that sinful kingdom, it's a good chance you're going to lose your life. Okay? And if any of you don't speak up, if you live your life against a sinful kingdom, it's a chance you're going to lose your life. Okay? Continue on. Go ahead.
For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world.
All right, you see, what's going to profit you? You gain everything in this world. Just think about Puff Daddy. He's a late example. Gained all, and he was on a high level. A billionaire. And his oppressor ripped that away from him. Took that away from him. And right now they making him look really bad in the media. That's how they get you. They make you look bad in the media. They even use his own brother, 50 Cent. He's making a movie about that. God. But he don't realize that he's doing what the press is telling him to do. But it's like you said, he's gonna do what? He's gonna get rich or what?
Die trying.
He's gonna die trying. So he's making a video, and then he's gonna realize that he's gonna be the next one.
Domino effect, huh?
Because what? Your oppressor. You think you up there with him? Nah, you up there until you say something. All right?
I read a verse for you.
Yeah, what's the verse?
Luke 4 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
It says, especially what you're talking about. He gave them the money to take it back.
Mm-hmm.
It says, Luke chapter 4, verse 6, and the devil said unto him, all this power I will give thee, and the glory of them, for that power is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever will I give it, I will.
Right, so again, even 50 Cent, Puffy, when you're on that level, you only can get that power from your oppressor, which is Satan. All right, he's only give you, because you can't get there without him. And he said, I give it to who I will. So 50 Cent may not be doing homosexual acts, but believe me, to make certain deals, they can use him right now because they're using him to destroy you. All right? They're using him to destroy you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Your mind. Those who are asleep, put it that way. They're using him to, but that's the way it goes. That's your oppressor. That's what it said. Don't envy that. Don't envy that. Okay? Do not envy that. All right? Good scripture. Go ahead, finish reading.
Yep. And lose his own soul.
All right, so think about it. What profit you to gain everything in this world on those levels, billionaires, yachts, his own plane? It's nothing that he didn't profit. He had it. Star Island, they call the place Star Island. He goes to court and want to offer his home. He had the money to it. Now, it's no more money for him. Only for what he's had. There's no more Ciroc for him. All right? That's gone. The president took that. All the generational money they took. So it said, you go through all of this, and then now you got to deal with the Most High. Everybody gonna deal with the Most High anyway. So imagine him, he don't gain all of that. Now, you got to deal with the Most High now. Whether you take your life or you die according to natural causes, still got to deal with the Most High. Okay? Continue.
Or what's going to say? Hold on, say. Yeah. Or what shall a man give in exchange for a soul?
You can't get nothing you can give exchange for that. You can't give your exchange for your soul. Ain't nothing you can do about that. You can't exchange that. All right? Because your soul, remember, that's the part of you that lives forever. It's your soul. All right? That's the part that lives forever. You can't, ain't nothing you can exchange for that. The only thing you can do is help decide what happens to your soul after your flesh dies. Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to feed his children and get like six. He's not taking care of his children, he didn't about his money.
Yeah, I feel sorry for because he has children too. No matter what, anybody's in jail, you got children, it affects them. It's going to affect their lives. But the oppressor don't care. It's about showing you This is my world. Okay? Showing you this is my world. All right? So you can't get anything exchanged for your soul. So stay away from getting rich and die trying. All right? You don't want to die trying to get rich. Why should you die trying to get rich? Don't make sense. Again, like you said, you're already rich spiritually, especially when you become the knowledge that we got. But you don't have to, you can get rich, but you ain't got to die trying. Because you can't exchange nothing for your soul. You can't exchange nothing. What you going to exchange for your soul? Nothing. Because it's all going to come to an end. Okay? I get it though, but I don't. Okay? Continue.
It says, verse 27. For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels. And then he shall reward every man according to his works.
All right, so in the future, when this comes, when the destruction comes, after that, when the Most High kingdom is coming, all right, because this kingdom is going to fall, all right? It says, the Most High, it said the Son of Man, which is Yahushua, Son of Man. This is Yahushua, Christ. The Mashiach shall come in his glory of his Father with his angels. Okay? And then he shall reward every man according to his works. So everything you've done in this world here is going to be rewarded. That's why our class is called Come Out of Her, My People. Before the plagues come. All right? Verse 28.
Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom.
Right, it's going to be, when it comes to the end of the time, and it's going to be some that never see death at the end of the time until they see the Most High coming. All right? A few more scriptures. Proverbs 11:4. Let's run through this right quick. I'm going a little longer than I expected. Let's go to Proverbs 11:4.
Yep.
Really quick.
Proverbs.
Proverbs 11:4.
Yep. Read out the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 4.
Come on.
Riches profit not in the way of wrath.
Read that again.
Riches profit not in the day of wrath.
Underline that. Your riches ain't gonna profit you. When the Most High destruction comes, it's not gonna profit you. I don't care how much you got. I don't care if you're a thousandaire, millionaire, billionaire, it ain't gonna profit you in the day of the Most High wrath. It's not gonna profit you. So we're all on the same level. All right? We're all on the same level. All right, go ahead.
But righteousness delivereth from death.
Ooh, that's a heavy scripture. What's gonna deliver you from death?
Righteousness.
Which comes from what?
The Lord. Yep. That's right.
All right? That's what's going to deliver you from death. Okay? 1 Timothy 6 chapter. Really quick. 1 Timothy 6 chapter. All right, let's start at 6th verse.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
1 Timothy 6 chapter, 6th verse.
Yeah, 6th verse. These pages is tripping.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, sorry, Paul, man.
Well, I need another reader.
Yeah, I got it.
Stay with me. 1 Timothy 6 chapter,
Pages.
6th verse.
6 what?
Mm-hmm.
6 what? 1 Timothy 6 what?
6 chapter, 6th
Oh,
verse.
6 verse, Paul, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, book of 1 Timothy 6 chapter, 6 verse.
Go ahead.
But godliness with contentment is great gain.
Underline that. But godliness, righteousness with contentment is great gain. You hear that, Sharon? Righteousness with contentment. Hold that. Let's go to Psalms 119. I'm sure you see. This is one of my, all the scriptures are my favorite, but this is one of my favorite scriptures. Go to Psalms 119 and verse 165. I love the scripture here.
Psalms 119
And 165.
165.
Mm-hmm. Stay with me.
Yeah, I got it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, I'm at 165. Make sure this is right.
Psalms 119 and 165.
Yeah, okay.
It says here.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Great peace have they which love thy law.
You hear that? Great peace have they which love the Most High's laws. That's how you get peace of mind. When you follow the laws of the Most High, I give you peace of mind. When you follow the laws of the Most High, you ain't looking over your shoulder. I ain't looking over my shoulder. Why am I looking over my shoulder if I'm following the Most High laws? Because the laws of the Most High are going to put you in situations where you ain't got to be worrying about that. Be looking over your shoulder. Unless my threat comes into my zone. The laws keep you away from your threat. It keeps you away from your danger zone. They ain't even looking over my shoulder. When you're in the laws, Most High laws, you ain't going to be in no club looking over your shoulder. I remember those days when I was in the world, go to the club, I had to look over your shoulder. Or you had to go in there with a weapon. I remember those days. See, this one rap was positive. You remember it was a rap song called Self-Destruction. You remember that?
Too much song?
It was a song called
Self-Destruction.
Self-Destruction.
Yeah.
That's when rap was positive back then. You don't get positive songs like that no more. And what's the girl rapper?
MC Light?
MC Light.
I met her. Yeah.
She says, you ain't guarding the door. What you got a gun for? Yeah, remember that part of her rap when she said that?
Yeah, I remember.
So my point is, when you follow those commandments, you ain't gonna be in no type of zone where you gotta bring a gun with you. All right? So again, it said, great peace have they which follow, that which love the laws of the Most High. And what this last precept says what?
And nothing shall offend them.
I don't get offended by nothing. People say, man, I hate your point of view. I be hearing, I hate your point of view. I don't get offended. They say, well, if you don't vote, don't complain. Did you hear me complaining? You right, I ain't gonna complain. Because I know these are the Most High's, He's directing His kingdom. So if I'm not voting for Trump or Kamala, I'm not gonna complain what they do. I just know I gotta be prepared to go through whatever the Most High decide with that kingdom. Because He's the one pulling the strings. All right? So nothing offends me. And I don't be surprised about nothing. I ain't surprised about P. Diddy. I ain't surprised about that. I ain't surprised about that. Don't offend me. That does not offend me. Because I follow the Most High laws. Make sense? All right. Go back to First Timothy 6th chapter. Read 7th verse. So 6th verse said, godliness with contentment, righteousness with contentment, satisfaction is great gain. In this setup in this world is great gain. All right? It's nothing working hard, nothing working trying to make wealth for yourself, but make sure it's just wealth. Okay? Verse 7.
Out of 1 Timothy 6, verse 7. For we brought nothing into this world.
You see that? You ain't brought nothing into this world. You ain't bring no money into this world. Especially if you were Israelite. There's a saying, I learned this from my uncle. He told me when I was a younger kid, he says, 3 ways you can make money. He said, listen, it's 3 ways you can make money. He said, you work for it, You hustle for it, or you get an inheritance. He said, well, inheritance you ain't gonna get. As he told me, he said, if you black in America, inheritance you ain't gonna get. He said, I'm 2 generations away from slavery. That's my uncle. He said, I'm 2 generations from slavery. I ain't inherited nothing yet. And it's gonna be hard for you to inherit it. All right, you might, he said, where you are, you probably build something that may leave something for your kids, but in most cases, inheritance you might as well forget. You hustle for it, he said you're gonna wind up in jail or you're gonna be in the ground. So he said you might as well just work for it. That's what he told me. All right, so my point is, most of us, we ain't bringing no money into this world. We ain't bringing it in. Okay? And that precept says, what's going to happen when you go out?
It says, and it is certain we can carry nothing out.
You can't carry no money out of here. I don't care how much money you got. You can't carry nothing out of here. Remember that. Your ring, whatever, you not carrying out of here. You can't go in the kingdom with a diamond chain. You ain't going in there. First, somebody gonna take it from you anyway, because as soon as they bury you, they're gonna take it off for you before you put you in the ground. They're gonna take it, because you can't carry that, and you're gonna be dust. So you can't carry nothing with you. So don't get caught up in this world. All right, continue reading.
Verse 8 said, and having food and raiment, let us be therewith content.
All right, let us have food, raiment, and shelter. Just make sure you have that, or whatever. Depends on however it looks. Make sure you have food, raiment, and shelter. Okay? And be content with that, or whatever level you on. Okay? Verse 9.
But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare.
All right, okay, so if you're getting rich and die trying, you're gonna fall into temptation. All right? If you got that mentality of getting rich and die, you're gonna fall into temptation, because you're gonna say, I need that, I need that, I need that, and I gotta get it. Okay? Because I wanna get this. Okay? Continue on.
And into many foolish and hurtful lusts.
Go ahead.
Which drown men in destruction and perdition.
All right, which drown men into destruction and perdition, because you got to deal with the Most High. All right, read that scripture again.
But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition.
All right, so destruction and perdition. Now that's dealing with the Most High at the end. Now, in the meantime, you're going to fall in the snare of foolish and hurtful lust. You might have heard so many stories about Puff Daddy, man. Like man. But I know it's not just him. It's the behavior of that industry, but it's people above him. It's and below him. So you can't blame everything on him. But my point is, he's been through that. All right, continue. Verse 10.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
Now, okay, love evil, and read the next part.
Which while some coveted after.
All right, so they covet, when you covet something, whether it's another man's wife, same thing. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor, right? You're not supposed to do that according to the commandments. So even when you do that and covet after money, you're going to break that law. Because the scripture, the love of it is the root of evil, to the point where you say, I'm going to get rich or die trying, because I love that money. I got to have it. All right, that's going to be the root of it. A lot of things that you realize, the evil in the earth is because of what? What's at the root of it?
All
money.
evil.
The root of all the corruption and the hurt in the earth, the origin is of money. The origin is money. They don't use money to entice you to do something. If you tell on someone, it's usually somebody gave you some money. So I give you a reward if you you lie. You lie about it. When they go to court, they be having people lying in court. And what's the root of that? They came because they got some money to go up there and say a lie in a court case. All right, so money is always going to be the root of all evil. Paul, he hammers that. It's the root of all evil is money at the bottom of it. All of it. Sex, prostitution. The root of it is what? Money. Somebody rob a bank. The root of it is what? Murder. The root of it is going to be, majority of the time, it's going to be something, money somewhere. There might be envy, jealousy somewhere around it, but believe me. Okay? So the root of all evil is money. The love of money is the root of all evil. And some people covet after it, and that's when you err, when you covet after it, you greed after it, instead of letting it come to you. All right? You got to let money come to you, and the Most High will make sure you provide. Okay? All right. Continue on.
It says, after they have erred from the faith.
I mean, from righteousness. From righteousness. All right, go ahead.
And pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
With many sorrows. All right, you see that? Question. What is money? Anybody know what money is?
Piece of paper.
Anybody know what money is? Yeah, the root of all evil. Read this. Can you get up? Get that to him. Read number 4. Read that note for me. Number 4. Yeah. The question? What is money? Before you answer that, what is money?
Necessary means to get things.
This time, money is a
Capital.
government
Defense.
trust.
That's true.
Okay. He says a government trust. You're correct. You're correct.
Necessary means to get things.
That's what it means to get things. Okay. How do you feel when you got money?
Good.
How do you feel when you get paid?
Good.
What? Well, yeah, he said not really. It goes right back out. See ya. But, okay, how would you feel if you got what you normally get paid, you got double? How would you feel?
Very good.
All right,
Say it again. If you want to say it again.
okay. Yes. Whatever you're checking, or either 4 or 5 times of what you're getting, how would you feel? Okay, satisfied.
Feel secure.
Secure. She said happy.
You have peace.
Sometimes. Well, yeah.
Money sometimes.
He said at peace. But money is energy. It's energy. It's energy. It gives you a vibration. All right? That's what the currency or value or wealth, that's what the Most High gave. He gave that for that reason. It's energy. But like he said, it's for making transactions. All right? But it's technically it's energy, no matter what form it's in. Paper, coins, gold, diamonds, it's energy. Because it's a currency. That's the way the Most High made it. Okay, all through the scriptures. All right? Read number 4 for me.
Number 4 said, the word money comes from the Latin word moneta.
All right, because who spoke Latin? What nation spoke Latin? The Romans. So the money wasn't really used. That word money wasn't used before the Romans came into power. Not the word money. They had their own name of money, but the word technically money, that wasn't used. Okay? Read that again. The word money comes from what?
Yeah, it said, the word money comes from the Latin word moneta.
Moneta. The Romans said moneta. Go ahead, continue.
Which was the name of the Roman goddess Uno. I know that J sound.
Juno,
Juno. I saw say we have Juno.
which
yeah, okay.
which is also the month of
Those
June.
sound.
That's what it comes from, the Roman goddess Juno. All right, continue.
The Romans began minting coins near her temple around 300 BC.
300 BC. That's before they actually came into power. The Romans were even doing while the Greeks, before the Greeks came into power and during the Greeks, the Romans was there, but they wasn't in full power yet. Okay. All right, continue on.
Money is accepted because people in a society agree to use it.
Go ahead.
Economies rely on money to facilitate transactions and grow financially.
See, that's what Yahweh was saying. That's what you were saying as well. All right, continue.
Money allows people to meet basic needs, such as buying food and shelter and paying for health care.
All right, so you need money. Okay? All right? But you ain't got to get rich and die trying for it. But you understand you do need it. Okay? A few more scriptures. Ecclesiastes in the Bible, 7th chapter. Really quick. 3 more scriptures. Or 3 more chapters, put it that way.
Verse 8.
Ecclesiastes is in the Bible. Astes.
Pages, man. True.
7th chapter.
Yep, I read this last night. If you're going to 8.
7th chapter, 12th verse.
12 verse, okay. Remember Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 7, verse 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense.
All right. Here's scripture says, wisdom is a defense. Underline that. Wisdom is a defense.
True.
So wisdom is a defense against what? Anybody want to take a guess at that? What is wisdom a defense against?
I would say ignorance.
Right on point. Right on point. Wisdom is, write that down. Wisdom is defense against ignorance. Wisdom is defense against ignorance. Then it said, and money is a defense against, what is money against, the defense against?
Already?
Yeah, but most likely servitude. All right? Money is a defense against poverty, yes, that's true, but more importantly, servitude. Servitude when somebody rules over you.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right?
Good job.
Spell it.
Servitude?
Spell it.
Servitude. SERVITUDE. Or how we say slave. That's why they say, now they talk about it doesn't matter. Even our people, a lot of them are still slaves, even though they got a lot of money. They still slaves. High paid slaves, put it that way. Because they're not above all these players and none own. None own. So you always gonna be.
And also, if you think about it, almost the more money you have, the bigger a servant you are, because you're tying yourself to the system even more.
Yeah.
Like, they're afraid of people who don't have nothing because they're more easily revolted against the system
Right.
than somebody who has a lot. He wants to protect the system so that he protects what he has.
And then you get to a certain level, they're gonna protect you as well, to a certain point. Like for instance, example, Michael Jordan, he makes too much money for too many people. All right? LeBron James makes too much money for too many people. They life depend on him that he ain't never seen. They keep the system going. So they're gonna protect him to a certain extent unless he gets out of pocket a little bit. And they're gonna take that generational money, they're gonna take that. So a lot of times they can't do with certain things because now you're gonna mess up how would you say there? Kevin Hart just went through that. You say something out of pocket, then you get canceled. Put it that way. Cancel culture. All right, everybody getting canceled. All right, now you can't get no investors, nothing. Everybody pulling out. So, you know, it's on those levels as well. All right, let's continue going.
But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Mm-hmm. Consider the work of the Most High.
No, it said, for wisdom is a defense against ignorance. Money is a defense against servitude and poverty. But the excellency of knowledge, when you got that elite, excellent knowledge, that's wisdom giving life. That's going to give you life. And I'm happy that I have that. Gives me life. That's why I can talk the way I talk. That gives me life. Okay? That's why you'll hear in a rap song they talk about money, power, respect. That's true. Go to same chapter, verse 2. This is money, power, respect. Verse 2.
Verse 2. It says in Ecclesiastes 6, verse 2. A man to whom the Most High have given riches, wealth, and honor, so that he wanteth nothing for his soul of all that he desireth.
So wealth is what? Money. That's wealth. Power is honor. And the respect. You always say in the rap song, I think Little Kim said it, money, power, respect. Biggie said money, power, respect. That's what they're looking for. All right, but the Most High says here, when he get that to you, all right, so that he wanting nothing, right? Because that's the goal. You don't want lacking nothing. All right? For his soul and all that he desireth, the Most High give it to you. All right? Him not power to eat thereof. Now this is when it gets bad, but a stranger gonna come and take it. So all the wealth, power, and respect that Puffy got, now a stranger gonna come and just take it. Gonna take it. R. Kelly, take it. All right, it's gonna be a lot more. They come, a stranger gonna come, somebody you ain't never seen. Michael Jackson, they came and took it. Prince, they came and took it. James Brown, they came and took it. You can go on down the line. Sam Cooke,
Domino effect. Yeah.
they came and took it. I mean, you can go all down the line of entertainers. Most of the singers, they don't took it. And now they living off that.
They got the man indicted two charges. This one is says rise up to 3.
Oh yeah, okay. He told Mayor Adams. Well, yeah, that's political that he's fighting over. But again, you know, they're gonna take all that he worked for. They're gonna fight. It's a state fighting the federal government. Okay? Continue reading. It said, this is what?
Oh, read verse 13?
No, 6 and 2.
Oh, says, 2, right.
Read from the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it from the top in verse 2. It says, a man of whom the Most High have given riches, wealth, and honor, so that he wanted it nothing for his soul of all that he desireth. Yet the Most High giveth him not power to eat. To
keep it, eat of it, go ahead.
Thereof, but a stranger eat it. This is vanity, and it is an evil disease.
That's an evil disease, man. Because that's when they coming for you. Your oppressor coming. He's coming. He is coming. That's why you read about Black Wall Street. He's coming. Reconstruction, they shut that down. After 12 years, no black man, you can't vote no more. Jim Crow laws. You ain't vote no more till 1965, almost 100 years later. Took everything you could took. You the black man was the most skilled person after slavery. They said by 1930 he was in the ghettos. And they know who you are. They know who you are. And that's how you destroy the family too. All right, they destroy the family. Take the black man out, they destroy their family. All right? All right. John the 12th chapter. Really quick, talk about Judas right quick. John the 12th chapter.
Verse.
Let's start the 4th verse. John the 1st. You all right?
Con.
Okay, I know I'm running a little late. John the 4th chapter.
Oh, 4th or 12th chapter.
12th chapter, I'm sorry.
That's right.
And let's start the 4th verse.
The book of John, chapter 12, verse 4.
Go ahead.
Then said one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, which should betray him.
Go ahead.
Why was not this ointment sold for thee 100 pence, and give it to the poor?
All right, so now, whether you know it or not, Judas was probably the most educated disciple. When you read the history about him, he was the most educated disciple. But I just show you can be a dummy. You know, you can be a thief. All that you know. He knew about politics, he knew about treasury, he knew Matthew's job, he knew that. But he was a thief. So it says here that he asked, why was the ointment sold for money and given to the poor? But he was so much a thief, he wasn't worrying about the poor. All right, because Mary Magdalene, she gave the oil for Yahweh's hair and feet, right? And if you go into history as well, you find out disciples envious of Mary. Mary was pretty well off. And she would basically help Yahweh in a lot of ways financially. So a lot of them was envious of her. So when she came to expensive oil, they was like, oh, here she come. Here she come. You know? That's what Judas was like, oh man, here she come with that expensive oil. Right? So he tried to flip it and say, why you didn't take this, you spent $300 or whatever you paid, you could have gave that to the poor. He tried to be righteous. But that's not what that was not his intent. All right? Definitely go on the history of Mary, you find that she supported Yahweh financially in a lot of ways, many times. That's why she was able to afford that oil. Okay? A lot of times when she the one bought the spices and herbs before they went to the tomb on that day after the Sabbath. I mean, that Sabbath morning, put it that way. The day before the Sabbath, put it that way. That Friday morning, she the one went and got herbs and spices for the body. She spent a lot of money for that. All right? But she was well off. She took care of Yahweh. All right, continue.
This he said, not that he cared for the poor.
No, he didn't care for the poor. Judas didn't care for the poor. Go ahead.
But because he was a thief.
Judas was a thief. He had the love of money. He was a thief. Go ahead.
And had a bag, had the bag.
He had the bag, everybody. He had that bag. Everybody trying to get that bag. Everybody trying to get that bag. I feel sorry for Puffy, man. Everybody trying to get that bag from him. They bringing him down. Everybody trying to get.
Mayor Adams, he was trying to get the bag and he was making money too because he was getting benefits from the Turkish government. So they said, yo, okay now, we want a favor from you now. He said, we got a lot of, because Turkish got a lot of business in this country too. Mm-hmm. The company I work for is Turkish company too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right? So they told him, listen, we got a lot of high rises and buildings. We need you to go to the fire department and say, listen, man, you make a deal with them so they don't have to, because with the fire, they have fire codes.
Right.
And the fire department is very strict about those codes and enforcement. Right. Said, go talk to the fire department and tell those boys, all right, back off so my Turkish boys can have the benefit of it. Mm-hmm. But the fire department did it. But in the end, they said, yo, man, we got to say something about this, man. Show you all of them are corrupt and trying to
Yeah.
get that money.
Yep.
But for him to do that, man, that shows you how that's greedy and corrupt, man.
Not only that, that's what everybody do.
Yeah, everybody does it, right. But doing that jeopardizes pure life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that means the fire department have to look the other way. And instead of putting the right restriction and enforcement, you turn the other way.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Yep.
When I heard it, I said, damn, he was dealing some real dirty stuff, man.
And when you into politics, it's
Yeah.
about what you gonna do for me. They
Yeah.
you know, all of them do it.
Yeah, all of
all of them do it. Believe me, Trump, here man, he got $400-something million lawsuit on him. But like I said, I think they went after him. I think the government went after him because of the migrant thing.
Yeah.
Get him out the way. He's not letting us do what we need to do. But you're right, they all do it, and they trying to get them on plane tickets.
Yeah.
But then see, and that goes right into the previous class that I did for the last 2 weeks. Are we as black people still in captivity?
Yeah.
Mentally and economically. See, we try to go around that to do everything to say, oh no, we not in captivity. We could do it. We could make it in America. But no matter what you do, from the highest to the lowest, we still in captivity.
And if you do get it into that position and you rebel,
They're gonna fix you.
and so you're still in captivity. You're still in captivity because once you speak out, you going down. And they said that was part of Puffy. They supposedly that was a part of his. He was suing somebody, trying to create black wealth because he got away from even voting, from what I understand. I don't know. This is the intel that I've been getting. My sources been telling me.
I heard that he was suing
The British Crown.
the industry,
Yeah.
the alcohol industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they basically,
He was saying against racial discrimination.
exactly against his Ciroc and another
Yeah.
alcohol brand that he has.
Yeah.
That's like different caliber of money.
Yeah.
Everybody drinks.
Yeah.
Worldwide, it's like,
And they're not gonna let you get in there.
Right.
it's a different kind of money.
Yeah. So
And also too, he had a big political movement of black people.
Yeah.
Because he first came out to say, if politicians want your vote, let them pay for your vote.
Exactly.
You should get your vote. So he had a big mass movement to support Kamala Harris, one of the largest. And they said, no, boy, no. He took him down, man.
I mean, it's so many dynamics to it. And as one person I would want to be right now, especially from being the way he was, But I mean, he didn't mind speaking out against some black causes. What he was trying to do, he didn't mind speaking out against it when he got to that certain level. But after a while, you realize you still a servant, and what do? They gonna take it.
That's right.
Take it. He in there now. He in a suicide watch. He in there with no shoes,
No belts,
no belt.
no Sean Combs clothes.
No, because you're suicide. You can't nothing.
John, yeah.
He's barely naked, and they really putting his face in the ground now. And they could put you on that, and you ain't got to request that. You don't know what they doing to him in there, man.
And everyone is cold.
You don't know what they doing to him. Because remember, we haven't heard from him. All you see was a video when they came to pick him up. 2 white men, 2 Edomites, come picking him up. There were no black people around. And all the black people just stood back, just like when they came for RAW-CHAA. They grabbed them, and everybody stood back. Only one stepped up with the sword was Peter. All right, but you see who was with him. They grabbed him, and they just stood there and watched. And it's going to the beast of the belly, boy.
One of the chief justice was another J2.
Yeah.
That brought the charges against him too. Him and Puffy, the same guy.
Yeah, because remember he's the DA for the government.
Yeah.
All right, he's the DA for government. But like you said, all that's about the root of oil. Because remember, the government has unlimited resources. They don't mind spending money. For example, and I didn't mean to go this far. When you look at when they came to they raided his house. No, they came to his house last week, right? They had 12 federal people just to come to get one phone. You had to get, or you just call them and tell them, hey, we need your phone. He'd have handed over. But that's just showing the power of the federal government. They come in with 12, and that costs money. That's taxpayer money to send those people out there to get, but they had, but the government has unlimited forces. Right, so you never know what's happening. Like I said, what's going to lead into a civil war or world war? We going. It's going to be some war. Yeah.
I was saying this last week that when they busted Puppy, they had the FBI, they had
Homeland
Security, and they had who's the other one? Another one they had.
ATF.
Another top agency they got.
ATF.
But I'm saying,
ATF,
yeah, ATF. Right? And they had the same three when they busted the Israelite school in Harlem, but that wasn't publicized. They didn't have that on the news. They had this every time they do that, they have it on the news. But when they busted the school, that wasn't on the news. That was publicized. No, it wasn't.
Okay. I'm gonna check into that. I'm checking into that. All right. So Judas had that bag, right? Because he was a treasurer.
Yeah.
Y'all know Judas was a treasurer, right? Did y'all know that? He was a treasurer.
Right.
So he had that bag. He knew what was in the bag. All right, read verse 6.
It said, I'm reading from top. It said, this he said not.
No, just read verse 6.
It said at the end it says, and
No.
bear what was put therein.
So he knew what was in the bag. You know, because he the treasure. All right. Last 3 scriptures. Matthew 27. I know I'm over time. Matthew 27. Matthew 27. Let's go to the third verse.
We're in the book of Matthew, chapter 27, verse 3.
Go ahead.
Then Judas, which had betrayed him, when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself, and brought again the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and the elders.
All right, so when he realized that he did the wrong, that his spirit condemned him, he knew. He was a part of Yahushua. He sat right there with Yahushua. When he knew he had betrayed him, he tried to repent. But man, it was too late. And he tried to bring the money back, the 30 pieces of silver, to the chief priests and elders. But it was too late. All right? Verse 4.
Saying, I have sinned in that I have betrayed the innocent blood.
See, he knew. He said, I sinned, I betrayed innocent blood. He didn't do none of that, man. That was a hurt feeling that Judas did go through. But that's an example. An example, because that love of money, you know, that's why when you're a treasurer, man, you got to be honest. You can't have no motives. How they say you can't mix business with personal. Don't do that. If you can't handle being a treasurer, stay away from that. All right, because you got to be honest. All right, continue.
And they said, what is that to us?
They said, what you bring this money? the job is done. We don't agree with it's done. What you gonna bring this money back for? We don't did our thing. We got what we needed. You trade. We gave you the money. You gave us what we needed.
Right. Done.
It's done. The deal is already done.
Saying go, fair trade is no robbery.
Fair trade is no robbery.
That's what you wanted.
Yeah. Fair trade is no robbery. You can't get what we gonna do with this money. And by the way, it's only 30 pieces of silver anyway. And when you think about it, when you read about it, the value, you know, this was some of that was Roman money. What's the Roman? They have Roman money is called
Dinar.
There's another no, it's not talent. Yeah, it was. No,
Shekels is our money.
shekels our money.
Yeah, the dinar is
It's or A-U-R-E-U-S. It's another word. Denarii. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. Denarii. Denarii and bonds. That's what they had. Romans had a lot of bonds and. Okay, so Arius was equivalent to gold money. Silver was equivalent to denarii, and 10 bronze was equivalent to denarius. That was bronze. But I know some scriptures in the Old Testament that actually give you the value of the 30, because in the law. So I'll look into that. I'll look into that for you. All right, last verse.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
So I just looked at the weight of average silver from back then
Mm.
and the value today, $264.60.
For one coin.
No, for the 33 pieces, based on the silver that they put in their coins.
The value or the weight?
The weight of the silver, it says, I'll read it. It says, the value of the silver in those coins today would be around $264.
264.
So based on the weight of those coins, whether it would equal today's value.
Wow. Now I do.
Not even a lot of money.
No, it's not. And also, I know that was based on the law. It talks about 30 pieces of silver in the law. So I'm gonna go back and look into that because that was pertaining to HODC. Okay, well, that's good to know. That's good to know. All right, last verse, verse 6.
Verse 6? And the chief priest took the silver.
No, verse 5.
It's fire. And he cast down the pieces of silver in the temple and departed.
So he threw the money down. He threw the money down. Threw the money down. So he had a real heavy demon on that time. All right. He just went nuts. So he threw the money down, right?
And went and hanged himself.
So he had a heavy demon. Yeah, he lost it. Judas just lost it, man. So just imagine that. No much guilt that was on him he felt. That's the Mashiach. All right, verse 7.
Don't go to 6, go to 7.
Oh, go to 6.
And the chief priest took the silver pieces and said, it is not lawful for to put them into the treasury.
So now to the chief priest, they picked up the coins. we can't put this in the treasury, man. It's the temple. Cause they inside the temple. Yeah, we can't put the money in the treasury for the temple. All right, go ahead.
Because it is the price of blood.
Yeah, that's the cost of blood. Go ahead.
And they took counsel and bought with them the potter's field to bury strangers in.
Go ahead, verse 8.
Wherefore that field was called the field of blood unto this day.
So where's Judas buried at? He's buried right there. They buried him right there, man. They buried him right there, man, with strangers. That was a sad situation with Judas. All right, but listen, my point is, come out of her, my people. We getting all examples, it's gonna get worse. And now you're gonna really see, with this social media, you're gonna see a lot of things that we probably would never had seen. All right? It's gonna get worse. You can see a lot more things coming out of this. Yeah.
They talking about that 30 pieces of silver in the next verse.
So I'm sorry?
They was talking about the 30 pieces of silver in the next verse.
Okay.
Talking about the 30 pieces of silver.
Yeah, but it goes back to the law. It's in the law.
9.
All right? It's in the law. And I'm gonna go back and check that out. Okay? All right, any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember when Trump made that speech about they eating the cats, they eating the dog?
Mm-hmm.
Well, over there, they had begun to prosper. They began to prosper, all the Levites.
To the migrants?
Yeah, they had begun to prosper. They were building up. And that's why I think one of the reasons why they wanted to sacrifice them and bring them down. Just like Wall Street. Wall Street, bringing itself up. And what you bring
He might got a point. I mean, there's always some underlying with the government. There's always some underlying. All right, but as Israelites, we want to come out of my people. You understand? All right, makes sense? So stay to them scriptures. All right, and we just sit back and watch. All right? All right, with that, I said shalom, and a peaceful Shabbat.
Definitely
All right.
some class, but definitely. Sure.